Alright, there's been a lot of debuts this past week after all the trades, and Jimmy's was one of the most impressive ones, because his impact is already evident for the Dubs. As I've said before, they've needed someone who can consistently provide paint pressure outside of Steph, and he was doing that whenever he got downhill, or whenever he got to play bully ball against mismatches. He was either getting easy ones inside, or opening up shots for the others outside, and between him and Steph, the two were generating quality looks throughout. Steph was getting off the rock seeing two off his screens for the short, or just beating the big around the corner to still get downhill for sprays, especially in the second, but the others weren't converting on many of their looks, and those bricks were a big part of the Bulls' pace. If it wasn't a run out, it was them flowing right into their actions because the Dubs' transition defense is still awful, so they were either late or never picking up the rock, and it was just as bad in the half court. They kept messing up reds, they got beat off the dribble easily, and it was even worse with the screen because of all that space from their bigs dropping, but whenever their bigs had to help by showing, it was opening up the pop. A lot of it was from Dosunmu handling the rock, so he was basically getting whatever he wanted, and that just set the tone for the others to follow suit. Jalen Smith gave him control of the game off his stretch in a second, and it was obvious the entire team was in a rhythm, so that even carried over into the third for him to break it open. White threed a couple bombs to put him up 24, and at this point, the game should have been over, but there were 3 straight whistles that started the momentum shift in favor of the Dubs, because that's all they needed to get some sort of life. If anything, the whistles were compounding throughout the entire quarter, and that's always going to hurt the team with a rhythm because of the game slowing down, so the Dubs capitalized to flip it quick. All of a sudden, their defensive effort was way up, because those low rotations were always there, they were quick to double, they were flying around in the scramble, and they were trusting their bigs to switch, so those same easy finishes from earlier were being taken away from the Bulls. They kept getting rushed into turnovers or tough shots, so they never found their rhythm again, and they went from scoring 83 in just over 2 quarters, to barely managing to score 18 in about the last 1.5 quarters before garbage time. But all those stops just generated pace for the Dubs to get going, and that's what led to Steph going on his signature Curry flurry in the third, so he damn near outscored the entire Bulls team himself. He single-handedly shifted the momentum off his shot making, and once that snowballs out of control, it's basically impossible to stop, because it carries over to the rest of the team. That rhythm just continued into the fourth for Butler to play more bully ball, but as great as their offense looked together, it still starts with their defense, and that's gotta be more consistent if they want to continue these types of showings. Just watch the tape.
Butler drives, draws contact, and one, and Jimmy Butler with 24 in his Golden State debut.